Okay, today's video is going to be a little complex, but I'm going to try to do the best job I can to explain to you where I'm coming from. So I spent over 25 years in management leadership and 35 years in the mortgage industry. But from my leadership and management experience, I have discovered a common element with my interactions with my teammates, my colleagues, my work colleagues. And what I discover whenever I do my end of year reviews, I discover why certain relationships work better than others and why certain employees are more relatable than others. So I want to go back to the fact that we all grow up in our own family dynamic. Now, we may have mother and father, we may have just mother, we may just have father, we may have grandparents, and some of us have brothers and sisters and stepbrothers and stepsisters. We have all this dynamic going on, but all of us have been raised in some type of family dynamic. And from that family dynamic, we've developed our first school of communication, relating to people, understanding people, getting along with people, and not getting along with people, or not understanding people. But through that dynamic, I like to call the family dynamic, we are brought into the workforce. And our family dynamic is the research that we have gone through, our school of knowledge that we have gone through on learning how to communicate and adapt with others. So if you've ever had that moment where you feel like you were really working well with a colleague and you don't know why, many times in my experience, I ask the important question with my work colleague and I ask them the most critical question. I want to know, do I remind you of somebody from your family? I could be an aunt, I could be an uncle, I could be a brother, I could be older brother, younger brother. The point I'm trying to make is, believe it or not, our school of knowledge, our upbringing, our family dynamic taught us how to get along with people. And taught us people within our family, our relatives, our parents, our brothers or sisters, become relatable to the people we meet in our jobs, in our workforce, in our teammates. And it's important for you to know that maybe you're not asking the right question, and you should pose the question to one of your work colleagues and ask them. The most important question is, do I remind you of somebody? Is there somebody in your family that I remind you of? Asking that question is one of the most critical things to understanding another person and how they're relating to you. Because many of my one-on-ones, when I do my end of year reviews, the employees going, man, I just love working with you. I love working here. And you remind me of somebody. And when they say that, that is the ultimate compliment to my heart, because it tells me that somehow, some way, I'm relating to their family dynamic. And I dig a little deeper and I ask, I go, who do I remind you of? Am I an uncle, a cousin, a father, a mother figure? It's amazing what comes out from that experience. And I encourage you to try that conversation and kind of take a couple steps back explaining why you're asking that. Because most people are caught off guard, but once they understand what you're trying to communicate and you're saying, who do I remind you of in your family dynamic? All of a sudden, it just comes pouring out. And all of a sudden you get all this information from them telling you why they like you so much and why they relate to you so well. It's because you remind them of somebody within their family dynamic. Give it a try.